As you may know, I haven't had the best start in 2026 and I'm now only starting to get back to normal life, and that includes language learning. Even though I am passionate about language learning, I wasn't really feeling like going the extra mile during those hard times, and I didn't do much. I just continued doing whatever is integrated in my life, but I didn't go the extra mile. I didn't listen to any podcasts. I didn't feel like listening to any music in different languages. I was just like in survival mode and not really interested in languages at all. It was more like, yeah, whatever. And I'm happy, I'm just feeling better now, and I really am motivated again, and I'm starting to get back to language learning. And today I want to talk to you about how I'm doing that, and yeah, I hope it will be inspiring, and I hope you're doing well. And so thanks a lot to my patrons, and if you're ready, let's get started. I know a lot of you are here to learn Catalan, and I want to encourage you to become a Patreon because on that platform there are more than 20 exclusive Catalan videos with double subtitles. You will also find the podcast transcripts, and I also regularly ask you for your input so that you get to choose what I talk about, which applies to Patreon, YouTube, and also my podcast. So for just €5 a month, you get access to more materials and you support me as well. What has happened with my languages in the last months? Well, to be honest, I think my Russian and Swedish got worse because I didn't practice them as much as I normally do. I also think that my French, weirdly enough, got worse. And you might think, well, Laura, but you actually work in French, right? And yes, I work in German, French, English, and Spanish. But French is the only language that I only use at my job. I use German with my partner, I use Spanish with friends, I use English for a lot of things like recording videos, or whenever I look something up, I normally do it in English. I don't even know why, but it's just the default language for me for many things. But French is only my work language. Even though I've been using French at my job, I've been like on survival mode. So I canceled some meetings, I was keeping my conversation shorter, and I was doing my best, but my best was not like when I'm feeling normal, when I'm feeling good, right? So even though I was doing the same, I sort of got worse. And now I've decided that I want to take some online lessons, and I'm gonna use Flex because it's super flexible and I don't know how many lessons I want to take, so I just wanna keep it very chill. And if you also want to improve either French, German, English, or Spanish, or Italian, you can also take advantage of the Easter offer, which I'll leave below. As you know, I've done several videos with Lingora. It's a partner of mine. They are an online language learning school, and I can highly recommend it, and now they have a huge discount until the 14th of April. So why take lessons if I'm already using French in my daily life? The thing is, I'm using it for very specific type of conversations. It's always the same topics, it's always the same degree of formality, and so it's a little bit artificial. Because when you're using a normal language, like I use German for instance, it's very different, right? So I use it with my partner, with friends, in my job, you know, sometimes more formal, sometimes less, about a wide range of topics. But if you only use it at your job for a very specific role, then you're not really using the language as a whole, you're just using a specific case. That's why I feel it would be good to practice French outside that specific role I have in my job, and maybe start listening to songs, start listening to podcasts again. But I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because I'm not only going to be focusing on French. So I think taking a couple of lessons and seeing how it goes, it's a good strategy. Because maybe I'll notice, oh, I got back to it, you know, I'm feeling a lot better, and then I can just switch to podcasts. Or maybe I'll be like, this is fun, you know, I'll just continue. So that's why I feel like Flex makes a lot of sense, because it's really flexible. Now let's focus on Italian. So what happened to it? As you know, I maintain my level by having one tandem a week. It's not much, but it's enough to keep my B1-ish level, I guess. I guess my speaking is B1-ish and my understanding is higher, but it doesn't really matter. What I want is to be able to still communicate in Italian. I want to maintain this language. And during the last weeks and months, I wasn't practicing much because my tandem was traveling, and I was also not so motivated as to look for another tandem or try to find the time somehow. I was like, well, yeah, let's skip it. So we kept skipping it, and I think I did get a bit worse, but not dramatically. So I think I'll get back on track very soon. My plan is just to continue with the tandem and maybe listen to songs and podcasts, but I don't really have to. It's just a language I learned for fun. And yeah, I think I'll probably just stick to the tandem and singing along with my favorite songs, stuff like that. What happened with my Russian? So I do think it got a bit worse because I wasn't taking a lesson a week. I was taking more like a lesson every 3 weeks or something like that. And now I aim to get back to 1 lesson a week on italki. We will see. I also have a level that I just want to maintain, and I think it's going well. Sometimes it's more like A2, sometimes it's like more B1, but I don't really mind. I think I am where I want to be, so it's just about maintenance, and that's why it's important to do something. I don't want to just drop it, because if I did literally nothing, I do think I would forget a lot. So I just want to maintain it. My Swedish probably also got worse because I haven't listened to podcasts at all. I started only 3 days ago again, and it felt great. I really want to get back to listening to podcasts. I do have a tandem, but it's just once every 2 weeks. And we also speak Catalan, so it's a great thing, and it gives me the chance to speak, which is amazing. At the same time, I do think that I need more than this. Maybe listening to podcasts, watching an adapted series again, maybe a normal series. I remember when I took my challenge with, my 30 lessons in 6 weeks. That was, I think, back in August or July, I'm not sure. And I remember my level got so much better. And I was even listening to talk shows in Swedish for Swedish people. And I was like, wow, I can do that. And so maybe I should try to do that again. Yeah, the nice thing is all those languages passively, I think I have the same level. I don't think I got worse passively. It's just the active part of speaking, which is a bit challenging, but all in all, it's great. I'm also continuing with my Duolingo in Japanese. I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest. It's not like I'm learning much, but I do learn a little bit. And I don't have the commitment for a new language, especially such a challenging and difficult language, and beautiful, of course, like Japanese. So it's a good way for me to, I don't know, play a little game and have fun, but not expecting to get much out of it. And maybe at some point I'll drop it. I just continue because it's fun. It's like a 5-minute thing. And yeah, I hope you're doing amazing and looking forward to your comments. Bye bye.